Government's first objective in dealing with ballooning deficits and crushing debt should be to recognize the problem and then publicly acknowledge it. That sounds self-evident, yet it is not happening due to an ideological mindset that denies the very idea that there is a problem. Also, politics makes candor challenging, since people prefer a sunny message like, "You can have your cake and eat it too." Still, warning signs right across Canada are impossible to ignore. The day before Christmas, the Department of Finance projected deficits continuing to mid-century, with debt mounting to $1.5 trillion by 2045. That's startling, since only 2 years earlier, the department projected that all the debt would be paid off. In 28 years, our children and grandchildren will be on the hook for $82 billion in annual interest. At the provincial level, Ontario is the largest subnational debtor in the world. Debt servicing for federal and provincial debt totals about $6,800 for an Ontario family of 4. That's before eventual hikes in interest rates and the buildup of more debt. The problem is debt undermines long-term growth. Debt service obligations divert funds from social programs and drive up taxes, making life less affordable and businesses less competitive. Furthermore, North America is hit by a recession or slowdown on average every 8 years. What do you do then? Or if a financial or geopolitical shock destabilizes the economy? Pressure will be on spending, pushing sky-high deficits even higher. And then there is intergenerational unfairness. A recent Manning Center poll revealed that 82% of millennials believe that debt and deficit are major problems. It looks like young people are starting to understand that so-called progressive fiscal policies do not mean progress for them. So it will be harder for profligate governments to pretend that overspending is selfless and necessary when it is really profoundly selfish and short-sighted. Government first has to understand and then explain that there is no free lunch. It can't indefinitely spend more than it earns. Raising taxes is not the route to prosperity. Our social programs depend on a healthy economy, and excessive debt is everyone's problem, although it hurts the disadvantaged the most. We do not need austerity, but we need a buy-in to fiscal prudence. When he prepares his budget, the Minister of Finance must be Dr. No. Yet the Liberal election promise of a modest deficit of $10 billion quickly tripled. Then they backtracked on bringing the budget into balance in 4 years. At that point, the floodgates opened. Every rent seeker and special interest group was at the trough. Every minister and caucus member had his or her handout. The provinces were braying for more, and the bureaucracy, free at last, urgently started looking for places to spend taxpayers' money. An endless stream of seemingly worthwhile projects will always vie for approval. The key is to set an aggregate fiscal target and then determine priorities. Communication must be clear. Explaining what the government intends and why it is necessary is crucial. It is important to listen to caucus MPs because they are close to their constituents. There must also be extensive consultation with the Finance Department, special interest groups, NGOs, and of course the public right across the country. When searching for items to cut back, the minister should target costly programs that are not achieving their public policy objectives. Rigorous cost-benefit analyses and sunset clauses are very helpful. However, it is extraordinarily difficult to terminate a program, even if it was announced as temporary. Still, with determination eliminating waste can achieve meaningful savings. Government has to pick its spots and be prepared to justify tough decisions. Unfortunately, evidence suggests that many Canadian governments haven't absorbed the sad lessons of economic history and remain addicted to deficit spending. The day of reckoning is coming. This is Joe Oliver for The Rebel. Thanks for watching. Please click to subscribe to never miss a Rebel video.